The show has been officially featured for over a year. I have enjoyed every single moment of doing this show, but I needed to take a time to just kind of chill because not only have I been doing the show for a year, I've been doing Self Care Sundays for almost 3 years on this app. So I just really wanted to reset, re-goal, just figure out what exactly Self Care Sundays, aka Own Your Glow, was going to look like for 2026. And I'm so happy to be back. I miss doing my show. I missed you guys so much. Even though the show was not on, we were still talking about wellness. We were still talking about skin, mental, emotional, and I love you guys for that. Shout out to everybody who is on a transformational journey right now. I am on a full wellness transformational journey. I'm doing my physical transformation, my emotional transformation, my mental transformation, as well as my what's the other one? Social transformation. I want to be a round healed, well healed individual, and so that is what I'm doing right now for myself. With that being said, if you guys are just now joining, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric Lover. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like, seriously, thank you for all the questions, all the DMs, all of the information. Thank you for checking out. If you guys definitely see anything that you like that I'm doing here on my show, make sure you hit me with a favorite right there at the top. Make sure you go add my Instagram and check out my Amazon storefront, okay? There you'll find a lot of those products there. If you have any questions about the show, you can always send me a DM either here or on my Instagram. I would always love to talk about self-care. If you would like to be a guest on the show, make sure you hit me up and my two admins, Emoji J, who is in the comments, as well as Jazzy Got Options. Can you guys please announce yourself so that people could definitely hit us up if they would like to be a guest on the show? We're always looking for guests. So definitely hit us up for sure. With that being said, I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Before we get started with the show officially, I just want to go over some rules as well as explain what the show is about. First rule of the stream is there's absolutely no trolling, okay? This is a high vibrational stream. This is a good energy type of time. So there's absolutely no trolling at all, not even in the littlest bit. If you troll, you will be removed expeditiously, okay? By my admins in the stream. So no trolling, okay? There's absolutely no cursing of me and my guests. My two amazing guests today is Tiger Unclaimed or Untamed? Tiger Untamed and Angel Eden. I'm super excited to have both of them. Happy Black History Month, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm super excited to have both of them tamed. Okay. Oh, not untamed. He's tamed, guys. He's a tamed tiger. Okay. So they will be my guests today on the show. And thirdly, and this is more of a disclaimer. You're untamed. Oh, okay. Well, I'm nervous now, you know? So just as a disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. I am not a dermatologist or an esthetician. So if you have any kind of underlying diagnosis, make sure to always reach out to medical professional help, your doctor, aka therapist, whatever. Anything you hear on this show are the tips, tricks, and life hacks of me and my guests. So like they work for us, but everybody's different. So if you would like to try it, awesome. If you are nervous about trying it, make sure you ask medical and or professional help before doing anything you see on the show. Second disclaimer. What's the second disclaimer? Oh, second disclaimer. Anybody can do self-care. Okay. Self-care comes in all different forms of life, right? My specific form of self-care is my skincare. I am obsessed with my skin and I want to age backwards. That's the only goal I have in life, is to age backwards and really just live the best life I can at whatever age I am. And I don't ever want anyone to be able to guess what that age is. So I am really, really focused on my skin. And that is what I do each and every single Sunday here with you guys. So I will be going through my skincare routine. That's pretty extensive, but I do it once a week. And that works for me. And it's been working for me for about 15 years now. So that is what I like to do to show own my glow. And then I will bring on my guests to box up to also talk about what they do to own their glow. So it's a very exciting time. It's a very, like I said, a very high vibrational show. So I like to keep it very high, like the vibes vibing, right? So please keep it in the comments or you'll be removed. With that being said, if you're now just joining, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric Lover. I am your host for today. I'm super excited. Before I get my quick topic, I wanted to go over my skincare routine for today. It's been a while. I know you guys have forgotten, but shout out to all of the people in the comments, the people that come to my stream that have started a skincare routine or regimen because they come to this show and they're like, ooh, your skin looks amazing. I want to do the things that you do, and so have kind of created their own routine and regimen. I love when you guys send me pictures and selfies. I love when you guys do your skincare with me as we go along with the show. So it's so awesome that everyone is trying to step into a better wellness groove, and it makes me want to do more. And so I love that you guys also like doing it. So like I always tell you guys, my skin is officially clean right now. I wash it prior to the show. What I like to do, because I was a bad girl yesterday, the bad girl, pre-washed. Yes, I have very clean skin right now. So I was a bad girl. I fell asleep in my makeup. Don't be like me. Okay, be better. All right, don't fall asleep in your makeup. Sometimes these people have me live way past my bedtime. I was up till like what was it, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was exhausted. So I just ended up passing out and I did not wash my face. Now that's not a good thing, but the first thing I like to do if I do happen to fall asleep with my makeup on is to do a pore control cleansing oil. This is by Anua Heartleaf. It's their pore control cleansing oil. Now, like I said, one of my guests actually put me onto cleansing oils last year, and ever since then, I've been obsessed. You guys also know what I always say. Koreans do it best, okay? At least with the skincare. And I am obsessed with anything Korean skincare. This brand is Korean, and it is one of the best products that I use. So like I said, if you are a girly or a man that wears makeup, make sure that you start using cleansing oils. Cleansing oils is kind of like micellar water, where it just kind of takes off a lot of that like makeup and like sweat and grease off your face prior to doing anything else to your skin. So I love this. It's amazing. Definitely make sure you check this out. So after that, I like to then get into, normally I would go straight to my deep pore cleanser during the week because I only do like 2 or 3 things to my face on a regular basis. But today, because we are doing a regimen, a routine, I like to have multiple different steps so that my face is stripped of everything that it needs to be stripped of. So right after that, I like to go into a facial cleanser. This is a brightening facial cleanser by Maison de Savon. It is green tea and vitamin C. It's hydrating, firms, and it depuffs your face. Depuffs means it like takes a lot of that inflammation out. I love this. It's a very deep clean, even though it's not a deep pore cleanser. It's very safe to use, and it gets in there and it washes your face, and it gives you like a really nice, how like when you take a shower, you could just feel the clean. Like that's what I love about this. I've been using this. This is my second bottle of it. I'm obsessed. Like I love this facial cleanser. It's very soft. It's not creamy. It's jelly, which I'm really starting to like right now. So I love that facial cleanser. How do I use my facial cleanser? It's really important to actually get into the tools of like skincare. So I'm obsessed with this brush. It comes in different forms, but this is like a vibrating one. So it goes in there and it really gets into the pores. This is a rubber facial cleanse brush, right? You can find this on my Amazon storefront, as well as Amazon itself, and it really goes in there. It's better than the other brushes that I see out there. Personally, for me, I've used a lot of different types of brushes, and things to use to clean my face. And typically with those mechanical brushes that spin that everybody's into, that seems to really break at my skin. It causes breakouts as well as causing aging. So when your skin breaks and it heals, it causes aging. So you have to be very careful when using this. I have very sensitive skin, so I'm very careful with the things that I use. But so this is like rubber. It's very soft on the face, and but it goes in there and it really just moves a lot of the product around into the different parts of your face. So I love this thing. So now, now that I've washed my face and everything is clean, I'm going to go in with my deep pore cleanser. My deep pore cleanser right now is Spascription's Turmeric Exfoliating Facial Scrub. That is how you know it's a deep pore cleanser, okay? When it says things like exfoliation, microdermabrasion, things like that mean that it is going to get in there into the pores and remove the purge and product that may still be left in your pores. So this is definitely something that you want to get. I personally use this on a daily basis without using this, right? So during the week, I will typically go straight for this instead of washing my face and then going to this. But this, like I said, these steps are needed on at least once a week, just so that I can give my face all of the love and attention that it needs. So I go in right now. How do I remove this product off my face? I use my favorite girl. I've missed her. I've been using her since the show, but I haven't used her in a while. This is my ultrasonic sound scrubber. It's also called a face spatula. If you look it up on Amazon. I'm obsessed with this thing. If you do not have an ultrasonic sound scrubber or a face spatula, you are not doing your face any justice. This thing goes in and it just removes that first layer of dead skin, anything else that might be trapped in the pores. It goes and it literally lifts it up. It's amazing. It's changed my skincare. I've been using it for about 3-4 years now. I talk about it every single Sunday. If you learn anything from this show, it's that you need an ultrasonic sound scrubber, AKA a face spatula, okay? I don't care what else you do, get one of these. It will change your life. Anyone could get it, men, women, especially if you have a beard, because it can get in there and it really helps to just exfoliate like that skin underneath your beard. So this is amazing. Make sure you get this. After I do my deep pore cleanser, I then like to get in my first mask of the day. My first mask is always, always, always going to be a peel-off mask, because I'm doing all of these things, but there's just something gratifying about removing that first layer of dead skin. So I like to make sure that it's a peel-off mask. I am obsessed. If anybody knows, there's 3 things I'm obsessed with: turmeric, vitamin C, and charcoal. I love charcoal. It's detoxifying. It really gets in there and helps with any kind of inflammation that you have on your face, and as well as pulling all of those impurities out of your skin. This is amazing. It's by The Beauty Spot. It's the charcoal infused peel-off face mask enhanced with retinol. Now, disclaimer with peel-off masks: there are different levels of peels out there, okay? So if you are getting into skincare and you're getting into face masks, especially peel-off masks, make sure you do a spot test on your face. I would suggest doing it on your hand or wrist, because they can hurt. Absolutely, they can hurt, okay? I do not want people saying, ooh, Tendrick said, get a peel-off mask, and I got one, and because I've actually gotten that DM, and I do not want to hear that again. I cannot imagine what it feels like to be able to have to yank it off your skin, especially if you've never done it before. I love it. The stronger the better, honestly, but sometimes it's a lot, you know. So please make sure you do a spot test on your skin first to make sure you can handle the level of peel once it dries, so you don't hurt yourself. Okay, it's really, really important. But this is one of my go-tos. I love a good charcoal mask. I use always my first mask of the day. After that, I like to go in with my second mask. My second mask will almost always be a clay mask. Right now, I'm using the Super Volcanic Pore Clay Mask by Innisfree. I love it. It feels so good. It tingles a little bit. You know, we love a good tingling. I am I am obsessed with anything that just goes in and gives the nutrients it needs to give and does its job, right? And so it goes in and make sure all of those pores good to go, and I wash it off, and I just feel like that it's done its job. The glow has already started to happen, right? After that, so right now because it's winter, I don't do as many masks as I normally do, because normally I would do a hydration mask after that, but instead we just pack on the hydration after the routine is done. So we go in order to start with the serums, you have to make sure you set the palettes. Okay. So what does that mean? It means get you a good toner, babes. You need a good toner. This is my go-to toner. As you can see, I'm almost done. It is the Hone Link Vitamin C, again, another Korean product. It is the Hone Link Vitamin C Hydrating Toner. It has niacinamide and collagen, all necessary products for good skin care. Okay, I love this product. It's amazing. You go in, you set the face with the toner and get it ready for serums. Now, my serums that I like to do, like I said, I want to pack in the hydration. So I do about 3 serums and then I do a cream to kind of lock in all of that stuff. So right now I am doing the 6 peptide skin booster serum. It has hyaluronic acid, NAG, and amino acids. It evens your skin tone. It helps with any kind of blemishes. It's hydrating. It helps with sebum. Like sebum is that congestion that you typically get around your nose and stuff like that. And it improves and evens your skin texture. I love it. You guys know I am obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. Well, before that, I like to also do my Gleam Glow by Vogue Now. It's a green tea serum. So I put those 2 serums because they're a lighter serum. You want to go by lightness, right? So this is a very watery serum. That's why it goes first. Plus it has 6 peptides in it. Then I go in with the green tea serum. It's a little bit darker, so I go in with that just to kind of make it because it's a little bit thicker of a serum. Then I like to end with my girl, okay? My girl, the Snail Mucin. It's the Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence by Corsix. Both of these products are by Corsix. Corsix is one of my favorite brands. I have so many products by them, so definitely check them out. They're all on my Amazon storefront. But I like to go in and finish off with the Snail Mucin. Snail Mucin has just added just a necessary glow and shine to my face that I've just really needed for a long time. So I go in with that. And then I like to lock it all in with my Medicube Deep Vitamin C Capsule Cream. I love this product. I've been using it for a while now. It has vitamin C, but it's also a cream. So it just locks in all of that serum and it just sits on my face. After that, I like to use like maybe my LED mask to just set all of the serum in my face. It helps with anti-aging and just glowing of the skin. So that's what I like to do. A couple products that I also use that I want to talk about really quick before we get to my amazing guests and my little quick topic is my neck firming cream. It's by IKZ. So aging shows up in 2 places the quickest, right? Your neck and your hands. So it's really, really important that with working on your face and working on your skin, that you focus on the 2 places that aging will show the fastest, which is again your neck and your hands. So I like to use this. This is amazing. It has A8 in it. It has hexapeptide 8. I love it. It's been working. I've been using it. I'm almost out. I need a new one, as well as my YCZ electronic massage prolaxine eye cream. I absolutely love this eye cream. It comes with an LED massager to just massage the cream under your eye. As you can tell, it's been working. My bags are getting so much better. I'm also hydrating, which is really, really important. So with that, like, it's definitely been working for the dark circles. I used to have very heavy bags. They're not as heavy as they used to be, and I'm obsessed with that. I love that. I am a fan. So with that being said, that is my regimen for today. It gets a little hectic, but I love it, and it's really helped me stay in owning my glow, as well as it's super comforting. It's a Sunday, it's relaxing, keep your PJs on, and you just do your skincare. You're slow. It doesn't have to be as fast as me. We can do it together. I like to take my time, so I'll definitely not finish my skincare on my show, but you guys can hang out with me for the rest of the day as we go through the skincare. If you have any questions, like I said, make sure you send me a message. You can send me a message on here or on Instagram. I love talking about wellness and skincare, so you can always message me. You guys, if you're not just coming in, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric Love. I gave you a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry. Again, it's something that I like to do and I love talking about it, so I will always talk about it. Before I bring my guests on to the show, I really wanted to get into a quick topic. This topic has been really important to me lately, and I've been getting a lot of questions, so I wanted to cover it here on the show. I wanted to talk about IVs. Okay, I've been posting IVs and getting IVs on my Snapchat. I haven't really posted it on my Instagram, but I will today. But I wanted to talk about it first because I've been getting a lot of questions about it. People assume, because normally when you see IVs, somebody's in the hospital, they're sick, dying, whatever, right? That is not the only time you can get an IV. There's actually IV lounges out there. And you can honestly get an IV whenever you want, whenever you feel it's necessary or suitable for you to get an IV. Let's talk about what IVs are. An IV is intravenous. That's what IV means, intravenous. It means into the vein, straight to the vein, right? Intravenous therapy is critical, highly efficient medical method for delivering fluids, medications, and nutrients directly into the bloodstream. It bypasses the digestive system. So a lot of times people take vitamins or they take supplements. That means you take it by mouth and you have to swallow it, digest it, and then let it do its thing. A lot of times though, when taking supplements, is the bioavailability of a supplement. That means how much nutrients is actually in the supplement and how that nutrients is actually absorbed into your body and bloodstream, right? And a lot of times it's just not enough of the product to actually get into your bloodstream, or you're not taking it the right way, right? That's another reason why people say, oh, I take my supplements. Just because you actually physically take them does not necessarily mean you're taking them the right way, or that you're actually absorbing the nutrients of said supplement. So it's really important that you pay attention to those things, because a lot of times you can be taking supplements and you're not even getting the benefits of them. So getting an IV, it gets straight to where it needs to go because it goes straight into your blood, right? It is a needle. So if you didn't know that, that's how they put it in. They put it in through a needle into your veins. It is vital for rapid hydration, treating severe nutrition deficiencies, supporting recovery from surgery or chronic illness, and providing immediate intense relief for dehydration, energy, immune, or athletic needs. That is exactly why I've been getting it. I have been doing a lot of naughty things like drinking and not drinking water, right? Drinking other things that are really dehydrating to my body. And because I've been doing those things, I've been feeling very lethargic. I've been feeling very tired and just not motivated. I have a lot of brain fog going on, and I just don't feel like getting up in the morning sometimes. It's not healthy and it's not good for you to feel like that, especially for an extended period of time. After my 100 milli, shout out to 101 milli, but after my 100 milli, I did too much drinking and it made me very uncomfortable with the way that I was feeling. And then it started affecting me mentally. I had an attitude. I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like talking to anybody. I wanted to seclude myself. These are not things. And the important thing that you really need to learn when owning your glow and really going into your wellness journey is when your body is when you're experiencing changes in your body, it's really important to pay attention, because your body will always tell you what is happening, and it's up to you as the person driving this vehicle to figure out how to get back to what feels good, right? When you start to feel uncomfortable, you start to feel bad, it's really important to take necessary action to feel better, right? That is what we talk about here. Everybody's form of feeling better is different, right? How I like to feel better is different from how you like to feel better. It's different from how the next person likes to feel better. So it's really, really important that we take the time to learn ourselves and learn the things that make us feel well, right? So when that happens, you feel good. I decided, because I've taken IVs in the past, that that is going to be how I just boost my vitality and make myself feel good really quickly. It's really quickly because, like I said, it goes straight into the vein. So you usually start to feel better within 12 to 24 hours. Why? The key benefits and the importance of it. Like I said, it has rapid absorption and efficiency. By bypassing taking it orally, you get the nutrients, the fluids, and everything immediately to the places that it needs to be, which is typically the bloodstream, right? There's rapid rehydration. IV fluids are the fastest method to restore electrolyte balance, which is really important. A lot of times people just drink water and they're not actually boosting their vitality because you need electrolytes. Just being hydrated is not enough. So make sure that you alkaline your water and you take the necessary electrolytes that you need to truly hydrate yourself. And you'll see the difference. If you just drink water and then you drink added water with electrolytes, you will feel the difference in energy, in just your mood, and in your digestion, which is the most important things. It's also really, really good for post-athletic recovery. So if you're someone who's always in the gym, or always, if you're always working out, you're in the gym, you tear muscle, you break down, you sweat a lot, you're exhausted. So getting an IV is really, really important, and it really boosts. Also, one of my favorite IVs, well, it's not my favorite IV, but I've really started to do it a lot lately, is NAD. So if you're someone who is really trying to it's really trying to fight aging, and you want something else that's going to help boost that, NAD is huge now, and it really works. And it's just, as you get older, it's definitely something you want to look into. It also helps right now. I've heard there's a new variant out there, COVID variant. Be careful, guys. Make sure you're taking the necessary precautions, but getting a immune boosting IV is essential. You guys know I love to do my wellness shots, my immunity shots, and things like that. But if I feel like I'm going to be out amongst a lot of people, I always make sure that I get an immune boosting IV before I travel anywhere, or I do anything where I'm going to be in a crowd of people, because it really helps make sure that I'm safe. You can too, as I did yesterday, get a customizable IV. There are so many IVs out there, so make sure you go check your local IV clinic out. I got a skinny drip IV, and that is just basically helping me boost my metabolism as well as curb my appetite, because like I told you guys, I am on a transformational weight loss journey, and I'm trying to lose an additional 50 pounds. So I've already, well, actually technically 45. So I've already lost 25 pounds, and I'm trying to lose an additional like 45 pounds. But yeah, so that is what I have going on, and that is why I've been getting the IVs. I'm not sick, I'm not dying. Shout out to everybody who's messaged me and tried to make sure that I'm doing well. I am doing well, but I definitely feel like getting IVs just really boosts my my immunity, boosts my glow, and it just really helps make sure that I get the necessary nutrients and things that I need quicker than like if I was to go via vitamins and supplements. You guys, if you're not just joining, this is me, Tantric Lova. Welcome to Own Your Glow. It's time to glow, guys. So I'm going to start my skincare, and I'm going to ask my guests to please request the box. And let's get this show started. I appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you hit the top 3 gifters of the stream with a fave. Shout out to Shu, shout out to Radar, and shout out to Tiger Untamed. Make sure you hit them with a favorite. Make sure you hit me with a favorite. Hit my 2 amazing guests that I have today with a fave. I appreciate it. Are my guests here? Did they leave? Emoji J. Hello. Hello. There he is. Okay. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome.
Happy Sunday.
Untamed. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into it. You have been a guest on my show, so you already know how this works. I appreciate you for being a returning guest and coming and taking the time to come today. So we're gonna jump right into it. Tell me, Tiger Untamed, what is it that you like to do to show yourself some self-care and AKA own your glow?
So first of all, while I'm talking about it, I'm actually going to do some of my skincare with you as well. I took some of your advice. I got a serum. So this
Okay.
just like you, it's a hyaluronic acid serum.
Okay.
And I did add it into my daily
Okay. Well, first of all, clock it. Secondly, so now that you've added, how long have you been using the hyaluronic serum?
so I got this actually during my visit with my sister in Atlanta. So I want to say I've been doing it for about 6 months, maybe. 6 months.
Okay, so what are the differences that you've seen in your face since you've been using it?
So like overall I've been seeing it's been a huge difference in the way that my skin feels overall. Um, and then of course I hit 3 years old a few months ago. So I'm doing more to kind of keep myself from yes, I'm keeping myself from I'm trying to do myself from avoiding those fine lines and those wrinkles.
Right, right. I don't see them, so you're doing a good job. So I love that. Look, shout out to the influence, shout out to the hyaluronic acid serum. We love to see it. So tell me then, what else do you like to do to own your glow?
Yeah. So I've been working on kind of like doing better with managing my stress as well because like a little bit about me now, I'm streaming on 4 different platforms. On top of that, I had been in school until recently, which I finished my degree. That's one thing I can
Welcome,
do.
class. Congratulations. Love to
Thank
see it.
you. So like I try to do things to kind of like manage my stress, and so a lot of what I do to do that helps me. I do it in my night routine. So I started doing this thing called sound baths, where I would just like put the headphones in and just listen to the swirling of the magic bowls and everything. Um, so what it does is I do different ones. I do the ones for deep sleep because there are days, of course, when I'm thinking about all the details and everything and of my next show or my next performance or what have you, and my brain doesn't turn off. Or I do something just kind of like realign my energy. And when I'm realigning my energy, I do try to think of like different affirmations and everything, because a part of what sound baths do is it kind of helps you get out of your head a little bit as well, and it allows you to kind of more subconsciously absorb the positive affirmations that you're trying to do, as opposed to those inner demons that you may be fighting with on a daily basis that are inside of there. So it's kind of helped me focus on staying more positive, especially when I'm having those rougher days where those things may get like, hey, Tiger, maybe you need to stop. Maybe this isn't the way to, and I'm like, no, 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 no.
I love that. I am, first of all, if you knew Tantric 2024, okay, Tantric 2024 was obsessed with sound bathing. I still am, but I moved recently, so well, it's actually been almost a year now. It's crazy. But so I haven't actually gone sound bathing in a while, but now that you brought it up, I'm definitely going to do that. I actually also in 2024 hosted like a morning meditation stream that consisted of sound bathing as well as affirmation. So it's so funny that you said that, because that's exactly, I am so into that. I love, there's so many things that you said, and I want to pack a few of those things really quick. So I love that you said that, you turn the music on. Definitely check out something called frequency music,
Yeah.
because yes, because frequency music, like you said, sets the tone and allows you to kind of vibrate at a certain frequency, which then allows you to then experience like and really empowers you with the affirmations that you decide to use during that time of meditation. And going to sleep is the going to sleep and waking up is the perfect time for you to really set your affirmations for the day, right? It's very important to do it during that time, because that's the most like where you're like the kind of the most like energetic, and people don't realize that, right? So it's really good that you do that. So tell me, how long have you been doing this, and what are some things that you've seen like improving wise with like you said, with your stress and with like your motivation? Because I know what it's done for me, but I like to hear other people speak about it.
Yeah. So like I started in October. So like I work for a company that actually does an annual retreat with my department, and they actually did a whole sound bath experience, like a live experience in there. And the first time I felt it, it was like the weirdest. It was like the weirdest feeling after of all, because I remember feeling a lot of things that have happened in my past, like different traumatic stuff, that it allowed me to kind of that allowed to me to confront kind of more directly, but like in kind of like a safer environment. And um and so like I felt, and so what got me started to implementing it into actually kind of a daily thing myself is like after that I just felt like a really huge emotional release. And so what happened over time, since then and up to now, I noticed actually it's affected my skin, to be honest with you.
Oh,
because
wow.
um because one thing about me, I do have eczema, and like my flare-ups can be pretty severe. And I learned that one of my triggers for my breakouts is stress. And when I have like the severe stress levels, it gets to a point where like I form blisters on my hands and my feet.
Oh, wow.
That's how severe it is. So that's how severe my eczema can get. And so since then, I haven't even had a rash.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Amen. I love that. I love that. And a lot of times people don't realize stress is such a trigger for a lot of things, including breakouts. Like you said, like you break out literally in hives. It does that. It does that not only on the outside of your body, but also on the inside of your body. So that is so awesome that you have been able to tame that. Even though your name is Untamed, you're learning how to tame. I love that for you. And shout out to that, because honestly, a lot of times people will not realize that a lot of times what's happening on the outside can be fixed by the inside, right? And so shout out to sound bathing really helping, fix a lot of things that's going on in your life. So tell me something else that you like to do to own your glow.
So I'm also right. I've recently gotten back into writing poetry, um, which has been a pretty big move personally, because now like I've been feeling more confident, especially coming back over to meet me, being the streamer, and kind of getting back into the camera, performing and expressing myself. I'm now trying to channel like all of that into like my first form of art, which is writing. Um, so like what I'm doing right now is I'm writing a book just based um off of emotions and different excuse me, and different forms of like how to take care of yourself, how to kind of break out of the like like of the internal cages that we may have, the inner doubts that we have, and everything that's just keeping us from being our true selves, which is really where Untamed has come from. Basically, it's me saying no one is going to tell me how to act, how to be, or anything like that. So so like being able to put it back into writing and being able to kind of and hopefully helping people break out of their shells and be the person that they want to become. um hopefully I'll be able to achieve that through some of the things I write.
I really, really wish you would have told me that you write poetry. And I think I remember you telling me you were a singer the last time you were here on the show, because I would have made sure that we got to hear a little bit of that, because I'm obsessed with poetry and I love when people come and express their artistry here on Self Care Sundays. Unfortunately, we do have another guest, so I won't be able to do that today, but you are coming back. And I'm writing a note that the next time you come, you're coming purely to perform.
Absolutely.
Purely to perform. You guys, if you're not just joining in, this is On Your Glow with me, Tantric Lover. I am not doing any kind of black skin. This is a charcoal face peel off mask. I am trying to peel off that first layer of dead skin. I have Tiger Untamed learning how to tame himself in the box. Make sure you hit him with an absolute favorite. You see the vibes. Hit the top 3 gifters of my stream with a fave. Tiger, so you're back on the app. You're on 3 other different apps. Tell us what you got going on in your stream. Going on right now in your stream.
Absolutely. I'll stick it to here because here we are. So on Saturdays I do host a game show called Guess the Bop. It is made to be, and I hate to say it like this, but the most toxic music game show. But basically, what it means is that instead of you having people to like lifelines to save you, you get to kind of pick on your opponents a little bit by calling them out if you think they don't know the song, or um, if you want to steal the points, you can do that too if you really really know your song. It's just kind of a way to like make it like one part music trivia, one part psychological warfare.
Okay, we love a good toxic show.
but but it's a pretty fun show. It's pretty fun show. And of course everything that we do that we do here is out of love and respect and a little bit of competition. So if you want to pull up Saturdays at 8 p.m.
I love that. I love that. You guys heard him. If you want a little toxic game show in your life, you know what I'm saying, on Saturdays, make sure you check out Tiger Untamed's show. Hopefully, who knows, maybe you might even get featured, a little toxic feature show. We love to see it. Well, I appreciate you so much, Tiger. I'm definitely going to have you back on my show so we can hear some of that beautiful artistry that you got going on. And shout out to you for getting hyaluronic acid and feeling better. I love that for you. Thank you for taking the time to be here on my show this Sunday. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your Sunday.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me again.
Absolutely. Yes. I'm going to have you again and again. Have a great Sunday. Is my other guest ready and available? We would love to have you in the box. Ooh, she is. I'm just waiting for this mask to dry. Oh my goodness. Hello. I'm just waiting for this mask to dry, guys. So not too much on me. I love it so much. Hi. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for doing the show. You were supposed to be a guest on my show last year. It didn't happen, but I'm so glad that we were able to make it happen today. So we're going to jump right into it. So tell me, Angel, what do you like to do to own your glow?
So I think it is a balance between several different things. And the foundation of that would be just maintaining a very healthy and upbeat mindset, which is rooted in knowing who I am, knowing that I was divinely created for a purpose. And I think that when you first establish that, it makes it a lot easier to maintain the vessel and the body that we're given.
Okay, so preach, girl, you know what I'm saying? But let's break that down, because it's easy to say things like that.
Right.
And for people who are lost, for people who are struggling, for people who are depressed, for people who don't know that they are divinely created, that they are, irreplaceable, right? How were you able to get that mindset? Because I don't want to say that people are born with that mindset, because even if you are born with that mindset, through the life trials and tribulations of life, you can lose that right mindset, right? So what are some things that have allowed you to remind yourself that and keep yourself grounded?
When you slow down and you just pay attention to nature, it reveals so many different things. If you look at how complex a tree is or how complex water is, and knowing that the human mind is more complex than that, there shows so much intention that goes into our design. Computers, we see computers every day. It was patterned after the brain. So when you realize that your mind and your body is a very intricate system designed for you to win, it makes things a lot easier. It's very, very hard to take care of something you don't value or you don't see purpose in.
I love that.
But when you realize that you're more valuable than your car, than any amount of money you can make, than any inanimate object, it makes it a lot easier to say, this is the priority. This is what I need to take care of, because everything that I do will come from this.
So what are some things, and I love everything you've said, first of all, I just want to clear that up, because, and we've seen it time and time again from guests on the show, a lot of their self-care would be like grounding. One of my favorite forms of self-care is putting my feet into sand and water. I'm obsessed with the calming effect that it has over my temperament, over my body, when I just like literally put my feet in water, right? So I have to do that once a month, like it's necessary. So what are some things that allow you to reset your mind and keep yourself present and valued? Because I think that was a very important thing that you touched on. The value of life and the value of specifically your life, right? What are some things that like allow you to do that?
So I think that an educated and beautiful lady such as yourself will understand that it is very important not to give eyes to things that tell lies. So not give your attention to things that will distract you from reality, from the reality that you are enough, right? So a lot of negative content, unplug. We have to take time we all love a joke and a laugh, right? But when we keep filling our brains with these things that are lowering our self-worth or telling us that we're not good enough, comparison is a thief of joy. We've all heard of that. So when we're continuously filling our minds with things that are making us feel less than, we eventually will believe it. And so taking the time to unplug from media, taking the time to focus on the things that truly matter, that do bring you joy, your family, your hobbies, your goals, it keeps things into perspective. And then it makes it easier to do your face masks, your ice baths, getting a proper amount of sleep. Our routines are a lot more streamlined when we have less distraction.
There's nothing more important to me on a Sunday than doing my skincare. And when I don't do it, it's very apparent to me, my mental as well as my physical, that I didn't do my skincare. So I absolutely concur with everything that you've said. So, okay, now that we know that you're divine, okay, what are some things that do uplift you when you're feeling low?
Ooh, so a good nervous system reset through a hot and cold shower. When I'm feeling kind of foggy inside or a little bit down, resetting my nervous system through a hot and cold shower really does the trick.
Okay, so what exactly, unpack that for me. What exactly is a hot and cold shower? And why does that work for your nervous system?
Okay, so a hot and cold shower is essentially just hopping in the shower, doing warm water for maybe 30 seconds to a minute, then a blast of cold. It's a lot. I can't say that it's the most pleasant thing when getting started, but afterwards, when your body restabilizes, it takes your body out of that fight or flight mode and it activates your parasympathetic system. That lets you know that everything is okay. And when everything is okay physically, your brain chemistry starts to change. A lot of people don't understand the correlation between our mindset and our physical body. We think of emotions and mood as something that we just feel, but it's really our hardwiring through our whole body. And so if you're stressed, it's going to show up on your face. You're going to see it on your face through acne, inflammation. Those two go together. Your pH balance being off, all of those things. And so when you just ground yourself back down to reality that no, I'm not in a car wreck. No, I'm not falling from the sky, by taking that grounding hot and cold shower that activates your circulation and brings you back to present, it relaxes your nervous system and takes you out of that fight or flight.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Somebody else has talked about like cold showers being something that they need to reset them. And I love how you correlated, because a lot of times you're absolutely right. Your nervous system and how your body was wired is really reflective for like the inside as well as the outside. And a lot of times people don't know that pain, emotion is stemmed from like just even having a bad gut or, you know, or having
emotions are stored in the body.
Inside of their body. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. They're stored in the body, not the brain. They're stored in the body. Different parts of your body hold emotion. That's another good practice during the week that I like to do, is somatic movement and exercise, working those emotions out of my body so they don't show up on my face.
I love that. I absolutely love that. We are getting close to the end of my show. You guys, if you're now just joining, please make sure you favorite me as well as favoring Angel Eden. And this is Own Your Glow. I am your host, Tantric Lover. So tell me something else. Like, I'm really, really enjoying this, and I really wish I'm gonna have you back on the show, because we're definitely gonna unpack so much more things. Tell me something else that you like to do to own your glow.
I think for me, it's very important to make sure I get enough sleep and sync my sleep with my hormones. So, you know, as a woman, that we have 4 phases of our hormonal cycle, right? And so at different points, my schedule, including my sleep schedule, has to shift with those physiological shifts, right? So during my my follicular phase, I don't require as much sleep. But you know that about 10 to 14 day window during your luteal phase, you got to switch it up and start getting more sleep. So moving with my natural rhythm is part of the way that I make sure I'm getting enough sleep, the proper amount of sleep, and not just getting the standard 8 hours. Because is that really realistic? Not for a lot of people who have busy lives. But when you realize, hey, I can maybe schedule certain things that when I need to go in overdrive during my follicular phase, maybe. So I have that window of time during my luteal phase to get more sleep. It really will show up in the way you present your body, your face, everything, your energy levels, just syncing your lifestyle with your hormones.
I talk about lymphatic drainage a lot, and obviously we get our lymph nodes get very inflamed during like our hormonal season, as well as if you're not taking care of yourself. Sleep has a very big impact on like your lymph nodes and the inflammation that your body receives. So I think that's really, really important that you talked about like change, like going like, and I talked about this before, right? When I don't know if you were here, but I was talking about this earlier with IVs. It's really important to pay attention to your body, because your body will let you know what it needs if you're listening. A lot of times we don't listen because we feel something, whether it's a migraine, a headache, we feel bloated, we feel whatever, and we just ignore it because that's life, and I have more important things to think about or more important things to do. But that's the thing, is that, and that's when we ignore the signs and symptoms that our body is letting us know that it needs, or that there's something going on that needs your focus, and you don't do it, it then becomes chronic. It then leads to other things. It then, and it leads to things that you now have no control over.
Right.
And have to seek medical help. So I think it's so important when you take it, like you break it down and you take it back to its core. Sleep, deprogramming, deplugging, and just reminding yourself of who you are, and things like that. So that's so awesome. I just recently we've known each other for a little bit, but I think I just recently vibed with you, and I didn't even know that you were on the same, type of time as I am. So I'm so happy that I was able to get you as a guest here today. Thank you so much for taking the time. You guys make sure that you hit Angel Eden with a favorite before she gets out of here. So tell me, I'm gonna definitely have you as a guest on the show again because this was awesome and I want to definitely go dive so much deeper. But tell us what you got going on in your stream right now.
Right now, it's a mixture of everything. It is a wild card stream. We have topics, sometimes deep, sometimes light, everything from improv to cap court, which we just introduced. So if you're capping in the box, you might get taken to cap court. Okay. Lots of laughs again, and it's just good people who like to come together, have fun, and stimulate their brains,
I love that. I love that. Well, you guys, this is Own Your Glow. I am your host, Tantric Lover. Shout out to Angel Eden for taking the time to be here this Sunday. I appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your Sunday.
You too, boo.
We're definitely we're gonna do this again. This is gonna be really cool. Thank you. You guys, this is Own Your Glow. This has become we've come to the end of the show. I appreciate each and every single one of you taking the time to be here today. Shout out to the new season of Own Your Glow. It's glow time. Thank you guys for always supporting me. I want to end the show by just saying that it's really, really important, like she said, to remind yourself that you are important and that you are worth it. If you guys are not here next week, I will miss you. I will appreciate you. I appreciate you being here each and every single Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Self-care is not selfish. It's very, very important. You have to love yourself. If you do not love yourself, nobody else will. And that's just the reality of life. So it's good and it's important to take the time to love yourself and do the things for yourself that remind you that you are that person, that you are valuable, and that you are ready for love. You know what I'm saying? So do that. I will see you guys next week, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to the top 3 gifters of the stream. Shout out to Shu, shout out to Radar, and shout out to, who is the third person? Tiger Untamed. Make sure you hit me with a favorite. Make sure you hit my my Instagram with a favorite, and check out my Amazon storefront. If you would like to hang out with me while I finish my skincare, definitely do so. I'm gonna be peeling this bad boy off. It's almost dry. Shout out to my 2 amazing guests that I had today. I appreciate you guys so much, and definitely check them out. I will be doing so also. And I'll come right back, guys. I will see you guys